Hey everybody, it's Christine, and today I want to give you one of my top tips for avoiding conflict in any relationship. And this is a super simple, easy tool to use, but it's really powerful. Often it's the simplest tools that make the most difference. It's just remembering to use them and committing to using them. So in any relationship, especially a romantic relationship, a marriage, or even in your great friendships or in business relationships, I know a lot of you have business partnerships where you're working with people every day. In those primary relationships, that person often gets the best of us and the worst of us. You know, it's amazing that the people that often we love the most are the people that we kind of are irritable with, or that we snap at, or that we get most hurt by or most triggered by. And that leads to conflict. That leads to either arguments or passive-aggressive behavior or building up resentment, which eventually pulls the relationship apart. And you don't want that in your most significant relationships. So what is this tool to avoid that pulling apart, to avoid that resentment and passive-aggressive behavior? It is a code word. Yes, you heard me right, a code word. Here's how you create your code word with your partner or your friend or your business colleague, whoever it is, or a parent or a child. You can use this on anybody. When you're not in the heat of an argument, when things are going really well, let's say you're out to dinner or you're going for a drive or you're on a walk, you bring up how you want to improve the relationship and how much you're enjoying each other and how you really want to have effective communication. And first thing you do is you kind of own where you show up as less than great in the relationship. Like for me, one of my patterns is I can sometimes be a little irritable with the people that I love the most. I move fast through life. I'm often impatient with myself, something I'm still working on, and sometimes that can leak out onto other people. So I have a code word with certain people in my life, my most significant relationships, where if I'm getting that irritable, impatient, kind of snippy Christine, they say the code word, like cinnamon is one of them, and I know that's feedback to me that, oh, okay, I need to adjust. And if you create that code word not in times of conflict, but you use it when you see that other person demonstrating behavior that's not so great, that gives them an opportunity to quickly shift without you criticizing them. Because what happens in conflict and what creates conflict and keeps it going is, you know, one person's being irritable or being critical or whatever, and the other person feels hurt and is like, you're being irritable, and starts pointing that finger and you're doing this and you're upsetting me, because that person just gets triggered, and then it's defensiveness, and then the argument happens. But that code word, if you can just say it like cinnamon, or whatever your code word is. Usually it's something that you can use in public too, that people won't really know what you're talking about. It immediately gives that person an opportunity to shift and own their end of the street. And it's important that in a relationship, you both have a code word. Like my code word might be cinnamon for me. Let's say that I'm in relationship with someone who sometimes like triggers me in some way. Like I need to give them a code word that they can use in their own behavior as well. It works both ways. So you get it. Very simple process. Sit down with your partner or your friend or your business colleague, whoever it is. Identify what that behavior is that can be a little triggering or a little upsetting. Come up with a code word for it so that that person has the opportunity to shift and show up better in the relationship, so you can have less conflict, more love, and more connection, which is what we all want in relationships. And it's absolutely possible if you have two people willing to do the work. So use that tool, comment below. I want to know how this is working for you. Until next time, I'm sending you so much love and many blessings.